With the next 5-minute Powers play, and Coach Powers is with me. And Coach, you are the center of attention for college hockey in all of North America this weekend with Ohio State coming to town. How's it feel?
It feels good. I mean, I would say Ohio State's the center of attention, not us. But I think it's such a tremendous honor to have, obviously the elite program come in, and we've had a few to date, but to have another one come in and they happen to be ranked #1, it's even better. So it's icing on the cake.
What does your team have going for it? I talked to Demetrius a little earlier, right? And I said, as a freshman, you're not used to losing, are you? And he said, no, I don't lose. You guys are now 2-0. You haven't been scored on yet. How does that feel coming in? Does it change anything coming in?
No, it doesn't. We have to have the same approach every week. We're now at a point where we feel like some weekends we're going to have the better team on paper. Last weekend, no disrespect to Fairbanks, they're a good program, and they're on the rise again. But we felt like we had the better team on paper. We didn't have to change the way we played, though. As long as we outcompeted them and outworked them, we liked our chances. This weekend, we do not. We do not have the better team on paper. Okay, so if we do not commit to outworking and outcompeting Ohio State every shift, it's going to be a long weekend for us. So the approach is the same. We have to be process oriented and focused to get to where we want to as a program, not results. We're gonna work our butts off and see what happens.
Before we jump into Ohio State, let's recap quickly the weekend. You had to be pleased with everything you saw from everybody.
Yeah, there's nobody that we're not pleased with. I think everybody was going. The freshmen. What I love about this group is they all contributed to the success we had, but they all think they can be better, and they know they can be. So just polishing things up, and I think we have through trial and error over the first couple of years of us ramping up this program, things figured out on how to prepare these guys appropriately, and we're just going to continue to have fun every day, and then that's what we focused on today, going out, enjoying being here together. And enjoying the opportunity that presents itself this weekend.
It's a bit strange coming off a Sunday afternoon game, so I know you guys didn't practice yesterday and you get back on the ice now, but everybody looked fresh, looked ready to go.
They look great. They had unbelievable energy. It helps when you win, obviously, but the energy was good. They're healthy. They were focused. Their detail was good. Today was a great start to the week.
You and I have talked before about your past as a goaltender, and I know you have a soft spot for goaltenders in your lineup, but talk about Joey and what he's brought. You've seen him now for 3 years. How much better has he gotten in your presence?
He's gotten way better. He was always incredibly talented, but he was finding his way. Finding his way in a really difficult situation where he was going to get a ton of shots every night and play behind guys that were also finding their way. So now I think the biggest difference with Joey is he's always been a confident kid in his own abilities, but Joey is the first to say this is a different team. He really believes in his team, and he believes in things that we can do and accomplish together. So I think that his confidence just in what we're all building here collectively has resonated throughout our entire roster, and when your goalie's playing that way, it allows you to really play free, free of mind and hard and not so worried about making mistakes.
We've seen him in the past maybe have some lapses the last couple of years where he'd lapse for a little bit in a game and wouldn't be sharp, but I didn't see that this weekend. I thought he was sharp from start to end.
He was. I think it's a good observation in a weekend where that's a test, because he didn't see a lot of rubber. Especially the second night. They had probably a few more grade A's the second night than the first, but he saw less shots, so he wasn't as engaged throughout the course of 60 minutes. But I think he saw 2 or 3 shots in the third period, and one was a really, really good grade A, and he was right there on it. So he's confident. He's everything we had hoped he would be and more, and we're going to enjoy it while he's still here.
When you look at your freshmen that you started and played both nights, and your redshirt freshmen in Austin Lemieux, they all had contributions to the team, but 2 that really stood out to me were your 2 defensemen. I thought Jared Gorley and Josh Maniscalco had fantastic weekends for their first weekend on campus.
Yeah, those 2, I believe, had the most impact on our lineup. They just round out our D core so well. You know, they both bring elements of their game that we haven't had. Manny is just a really reliable two-way guy. He makes a great first pass. So he just gives us so much more depth back there. And Jared is something we haven't had. He's a true big physical shutdown D. He knows exactly what he is. He doesn't stray from what he is and where he's effective. He makes simple plays, and that's a breath of fresh air. He had a great weekend.
So Ohio State comes to town. I know you've seen them before. You had a real battle with them a couple of years ago on national TV. But what do you expect out of this roster when they arrive in Tempe this weekend?
Well, they're going to be tremendous. Hungry. I think really hard charging out of the gates. I mean, they obviously were knocked out in the Frozen Four. They had kids that probably could have signed some deals and opted not to collectively to come back and probably try and win a national championship. So their road to that starts here and on Friday night. So we're going to have to be ready. They're a veteran team. I think they returned 21 players. And then they added some really high-end freshmen and a really good transfer from Miami of Ohio that's eligible right away. So they're going to be even better than they were last year. And they have one of the best goalies in the country. So we have our work cut out for us. But like I said, we're going to have fun with it. There's no pressure on us. We're going to enjoy the moment, and hopefully we can seize the opportunity.
You know, when I look at their program and what Coach Rolick has did there and what you're doing here, you're kind of parallels in a way. I mean, you look at your roster, you've got some seniors now, you've got some depth, you have some what you like to call NCAA talent, and they've kind of built it the same way, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're leaps and bounds from where we are right now, but I think throughout his tenure, I mean, when he took over, they certainly aren't what they are now. Right. So he's done a tremendous job, you know, and he's cycled in and out some assistant coaches, and I think that's a real testament to him is that he lost a couple of those guys last season and brought in 2 new guys and bam, make the Frozen Four. So he's been the constant in that program and has them where they are, and he's a tremendous coach.
Coach, congratulations on a 2-0 start. I know it's always a positive thing to be on the right side of that 2-0 mark, and you guys have looked very impressive, I thought, last weekend, so good luck this weekend.